Oh, darn it. Greetings, friends. I don't know if you could still see them. There's still a few left there. Oh, just the baby boars. Do you see them? I think I scared them all away. Oh well, I tried. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, your bard. Spirit entertainment, my friends. There's about 10 wild boar over here. But they all ran away. I scared them. They were all babies. They were all babies. They're all gone. All right. Welcome to my grove. It's kind of dark still. It is the summer solstice. Summer solstice, my friends. Spiritual entertainment. I don't know if you got a chance to see them. I tried not to frighten them. There was 10 wild boar. 10 wild boar. 3 large adult boar, and the rest were little babies. I tried to sneak up on them, but my stealth skills are not the best. I got a nat 1 when I was approaching the creatures. Oh, here we go. Back to my little area here for your entertainment leisure. It is the solstice, my friends. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole, and fallen light renew. O earth, return! Arise out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away the starry floor. The watery shore is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, your bard, your spiritual entertainer. Nothing more, nothing less. 7 days a week I am here. Happy solstice to you. Nice to see you keep your eyes open. You saw them? You got to see the boar. Good. I was glad that you got to see a few of them. The boar, nice to see you again. How have you been? Yeah, Captain Picard was on the other day. You just missed it. You love the Grove Streams, Goblin? Yeah, glad to have you here. I'm in my ceremonial cloak here for the wonderful solstice here. I was looking in the druid manuals. One of the traditions is keeping a vigil, waiting for the sun to rise. They would go out at midnight. I came out early, not at midnight, but I was sleeping at midnight. But I got to come out here quite early this morning. I think I left my home about just about 4:30 a.m. I am also Dungeon Master. Yes, that's later on today. Batman is here. Oh my goodness, I've been smoking what? Pizzas here. You missed him. Well, you just missed the boars there. I tried to get them in. They're all gone. There's lots and lots of babies. There was lots and lots of babies. I was just sitting there. It was too dark. It was too dark to do the stream when they were out here. But I was just waiting for the right light to come about so I could have shown you them. Maybe another time. There's always something crawling around here in the background, my friends. I am a fake ass wizard. Well, you're a real ass dick, is what you are. Lady Rose West, nice to see you. Peeping through your windows at 5 a.m.? Yeah, that was me. I was having a good time looking through your windows. That was me, yeah. Yeah, good to be with you. The summer solstice, you could hear all the creatures welcoming in the beautiful sunlight as it penetrates my grove here. All of these laurel oak trees here. For your entertainment privilege, you can hear the insects. They are live, waiting for the light, waiting for this glorious day of the solstice, right? The climax of the wheel of the year, the full presentation of the journey of light, the journey of the ancestors, the journey of the natural, right? I was meditating upon this. My ancestors do these things. Modern people who celebrate the wheel of the year, it is a rotation, right? But it is not a repetition. There's a difference. It is a rotation, certainly. It is a wheel, but it is not a repetition. It is, as you're participating in this wheel, you will notice that it is something that takes you deeper into the experience. Like right now is the summer solstice, the pinnacle and peak of light. Every year that you go through this cycle, the light becomes brighter, not in a physical sense, but in your ability to participate in that beauty, the beauty and the experience of it. This is the point. It isn't a repetition. It is cyclical, but you go deeper and deeper, deeper into the mystery. That is the purpose of it. I don't use the moon cup. I don't know what that is. Good to see you, my good friend. Happy Father's Day to you, my friend Blake, from the land of the ancestors, from the land of Wales. Good to have you here. The Buddhists all about repetition and cycles. Some, some are, right? But druidry is not about just a cycle. You participate in the cycle. You participate in the rotation, not for the purpose of repetition, but to go deeper and deeper into the mystery that is here. And there's no end to that. There's no end to the experience of life, this web of life that we're all a part of. You just go deeper and deeper into it as you see it, as you perceive it, as you grow. You know that it is common knowledge that when you look at an older person, right, they're supposed to be somebody where you can go to for wisdom, not necessarily knowledge. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? When you look at an older person, they have the wisdom. Most often, not everybody, right? But that is the general understanding of the gray hair, is that these people have wisdom. And wisdom is not knowledge, it is experience, right? It is experience by growing in this mystery of life that we're all a part of, right? Let's see, Uzi is here. Good to see you, Uzi. Good to have you here. Definitely not everybody. Yeah. The turtle family, good to have you here. I hope you are at peace. Can I ask if you are a monotheist? Yes, I am a monotheist. I only worship one goddess. Yeah, I'm not a pagan. No, pagans have too many deities. I only have one goddess. That's just it. Yeah. Show me that drink again. You want to see my sparkling eyes here? Yeah. Sparkling eyes. The drink of bards everywhere, right? Yes, I'm in my ceremonial cloak today, my friends, for your entertainment leisure, celebrating the solstice. I was with all of my wonderful druid buddies last night, dancing around naked in the woods and having a good time. Um, so that was a lot of fun. You know, my druid community, um, we're all different, but what we have in common is our appreciation for the world that we live in, right? You'll find in druidry, uh, what binds us together is not our religion or politics, but what is the most important, our bond, the being a part of this web of life, the being connected. So it's wonderful to be able to celebrate that with others. Let's see here. You've had enough? Oh no, what's going on here? Morning Goblin, morning Seven of Anubis Vixen. Bard and in charge, Molotov juice box. Oh my, I can only imagine a Molotov juice box, my friend. Yeah. Let's see here. What do we have here? Hello, mods and community. Yeah, we're glad to have you here, Molotov. Philip, nice to see you. Yeah, Mr. Fancy Barman. Yeah, I got my ritualistic cloak on today. Made this. My mother made this for me. Yeah. I have another cloak that you're all used to that is for only entertainment. This is for ritualistic purposes. Yep. We also have a wonderful lady in our druid group who makes cloaks. I mean, it takes a lot of skill to make these. I mean, it took my mother like a whole day to make this one. My mother's into all of that arts and crafts and things like of that nature. I never have the patience to deal with it. I mean, she's tried to teach me when I was a child, knitting and stuff like that. I just don't have the patience for it. Let's see here. Walnut Witch, my witchy friend, good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment. Don't forget to touch the like button when you come in, my friends. The wonderful solstice light is still making its way over the horizon here. It's still making its way. Cast Fireball, I'll do that later. Later today, we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a role play playthrough of the game. Rather than focusing on the combat or the game table, we're going to focus on the immersion of the environment and the lore. Are we doing spiritual entertainment today, or is it a real ritual? This is a ritual. This is my life. Spiritual entertainment is spiritual entertainment. People have a tendency to separate spirituality into places, times, and things. Now, everything should be spiritual. Now, in terms of the content of the spiritual experience, you have different forms of intimacy, right? But my comedy, all that I do, I consider spiritual. There's never a time that I separate my life into boxes. But this is an intimate place for me. So this is different than what I'm doing at my house, in my studio. Out here, this is like, I don't do exorcisms out here, stuff like that, right? Oh my goodness, here. Let's see. That's a flute. I don't play music. That's not a flute. It is a walking stick. I am old and decrepit. I need to get around with a walking stick. So that's what it is. Nothing more than that. You can play a flute, Chad. Yeah, Chad. What a wonderful name. Misty Woo Woo, a wonderful, loving couple of the Goblin and Misty. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. People all around the world celebrating today the solstice, this beautiful, beautiful experience of the light in its fullest in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, they celebrate the dark, right? In the northern hemisphere. What's interesting about druidry, when it's practiced in the southern hemisphere, they face south. Their cardinal directions are reversed in terms of ritual because the seasons are reversed. I thought that was fascinating how the druids of the southern hemisphere practice a little bit different than that of the northern hemisphere. Greetings to you, JPG. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. And Zatgoat, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We're waiting for the light to come. We had an interesting experience. I tried to show people, there was a whole bunch of wild boar that were behind me this morning. And some of you got to see them. I mean, it was really dark. I tried to sneak up on them as best as I could. They're all gone now. There was a whole bunch of babies. There was a whole bunch of baby boar. They were adorable. 2 giant ones. I was, you have to be careful with these creatures because they will certainly destroy you, right? Do I practice magic? Magic to me is working with what is already here, the natural. That to me is the magic that I practice. And the magic of druidry is participation, cooperation with what is already here, rather than like conjuring up things and doing hexes and spells and things like that. Druidry, to me, is more holistic and materialistic, not in the negative, but in the positive, because you're really working with what's already here rather than, deities from beyond and doing sacrifice to them. It's quite a different idea when it comes to the magic of druidry compared to other types of traditions that are into magical incantations and things. Let's see here. Yeah, good to see you. Our wonderful Hare Krishna friend here, Anno Mas. Good to have you here. Hare Krishna to you, my friend. Um, do you know about Latin American magic? If so, is there any comparison to Northern magic? You see, magic is all the same. It all begins with intention. Now, the rituals are different, right? The rituals are different, but it's all the same, really. It's our creativity of our humanity. That's all it is. And it's done differently in different places and different times. There's no the intention is what really you can make magic out of anything, really. Hocus pocus. Jason, the what is your name? The Dunge. You are a Celtic Druid lineage. Yeah, that's was my ancestors as well. I trace my ancestors to northern France, Brittany, and the Britannic and Gaelic traditions. That makes up most of my ancestors here. Let's see. Tony was joking. Oh yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Am I feeling okay today? Yes, I am wonderful. I feel great. I feel very peaceful. I feel renewed. This is a great day of celebration. There's lots of energy taking place. Now, I did have an accident this morning. I fell down and I hurt myself pretty bad because this was at home. It was dark. I was getting ready to go. And I tripped over something on the ground. But I mean, that doesn't stop me from doing what I must do. The entertainment must go on, right? Um, Animals are watching us. They are. They were. There was a. What was interesting is there was a gigantic hawk that had flown down into a tree here. It didn't notice me. It was when these wild boar were out here. I knew it was eyeing the baby boars. It was like flying around, waiting for a snack. It was going to fly down and grab one. This gigantic hawk. There's beautiful, beautiful hawks that are up in my grove here. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. Your grandfather practiced ancient magic. Let's see here. Mexican magic and has come across reptiles with heads of humans. Well, yeah, people have different experiences, right? When it comes to that. J-Man, good to see you. Our good friend, you have returned for your spiritual entertainment on this wonderful summer solstice morning. And what's interesting about the sun, it stays in the same place for 3 days during the solstice. When you're the farther north you go, the more spectacular you get to see it, just staying in the same place, right? I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes here. Let's see here. Let's see. Tony, you wrote out a beautiful comment appreciating your apology. What the heck was that? I can't keep up with what's going on here. What kind of witchcraft are you up to? I don't practice witchcraft. I practice druidry. Witches are my neighbors. Witches are my friends. But I'm just, you know, fulfilling what is common to all human beings, being the high priest or priestess of the natural. That's what druidry is. It is not conjuring, it is cooperation. That is all that it is. Looks a bit chilly. No, it's very, very moist right now. I am in a swamp. It's 80 degrees right now, and the humidity is up very high. I could still see mist in the air around me, Unfortunately, my camera won't pick it up for you. Just makes the light obscure. That's the mornings here is always mist during the summer times. Very, very moist. If you know it, if you've ever been to Florida, the moisture in the air is intense. This is all swampland, especially where I am. Do I believe in God? No, I do not believe in God, Fred. I know God. I don't need to believe in it. Did I get apologized to and they muted me? Hey, listen, Tony, if you don't like being here, you could leave. If you have a problem with my moderators, you don't have to be here. Um, when I'm on a live stream and I'm having difficulty, I just leave. I mean, you don't have to be here. No, this is not a black rabbit. This is burnt on. They burnt this on. I think they put like a stencil on, and they burnt it on my stick, my walking stick here. This is my rabbit. Looks just like this. I just put up a YouTube short of her. If you go to my YouTube shorts, you'll get to see my beautiful, beautiful rabbit. How does one be rude to magic? Someone's being rude here. Are you Jesus? I can be Jesus for you, certainly. You are from Tampa. You live in Oregon now. So you remember what it's like here, Jason. You remember Florida. Yeah, I'm over by Orlando. I'm right in the middle of the penis of the United States here, as I call it. Got stuff to do? Okay, take care of yourself, Robert. Yeah, she's a gray rabbit with white. Just like what you see here. That's my bunny. You could see her. I have a playlist called Rabbit Cam. You could see my rabbits. I love my rabbits very much. Bod doesn't use magic though, so I don't understand how it's being rude. Yeah. You're walking barefoot. You feel the earth between your toes. I am the swamp. I am the go. Look at you, J-Man event. A wonderful practitioner of druidry here. Our good friend, the J-Man, right? Druidry is for everybody. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be, I'm a comedian, right? I'm a comedian. Druidry is for everybody, right? I do comedy. I do video games, right? But I'm also a practitioner of druidry. It's for everybody. It really is. You love your cat. It's called a baby Zion. Oh, look at that. Very nice. You hear the crickets, Tron. Yeah. Tron's down here in Florida too, but he's farther down to the south. It's really hot down there in Miami, I would imagine. He's down there doing Miami Vice, driving around in his 5.0 with his top back. I'm a wizard. Yeah, why not? I'm way down I-4, pretty much. Yeah, I-4 is still a... Did you know that I-4 is the most accident road in the United States? My wife has done insurance for many years, and it's like the worst road in the world in terms of accidents. I-4 here in Florida. I mean, there's always construction on it. I mean, it's a shitty road. I remember I used to work downtown Orlando, and from my house, it was a 35-minute drive. And over the period of 10 years, it turned into a 90-minute drive. That's how terrible the traffic is here. Where I live in Central Florida, it is the housing market is through the roof. People keep moving here, and that is causing a problem with the roads and things around where I live. I've seen 3 subdivisions go up around my house in the last 10 years. Can you give advice for a 25-year-old on how to make money and be happy in life? Money won't make you happy. If you're seeking happiness, it is a decision to do so, right? I wish I learned that when I was 25 years old. When I was 25 years old, I was looking for how can I get another degree, right? How am I to get my master's degree now? I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to join this group. None of that will make you happy. You see what you're doing, my friend, by creating these things that you think will make you happy. You're just creating more suffering is what you're doing. Happiness is circumstantial, right? You're happy when you smoke a reefer, for instance, right? You have a glass of wine, or someone gives you a kiss on the cheek. Happiness comes and it goes, right? What you can have, which is the most wonderful thing in the world, is to have joy. Now, joy does not depend on your circumstance. You could have a shitty life, right? You could be in jail and you could still have joy. Joy is a decision that you make within yourself, knowing your value, knowing your purpose, knowing that you belong. And when these things are your anchor inside, you have joy. And whatever happiness that you experience, happiness comes and it goes, suffering comes and it goes, right? But joy is something that will root you. Joy is something that will sustain you in all things. I wish I learned that when I was younger. I had to wait to be an old man to learn that everything that I was looking for in life is inside of me. I didn't have to go to another place to get it. I didn't have to get all these degrees. I didn't have to get all these organizations involvement and stuff like that. Everything that I was looking for was inside of myself. So that is my advice to you, my friend. It's an inward journey that you have to begin. And it's difficult in the beginning to begin to see inside of yourself. We don't like doing that in the beginning. I mean, it can be very painful, right? To see that all of these things that you hope would give you peace do not. You have built this illusion in your mind that if I go there, if I do that. So you create this false sense of peace, it's all built up in this illusion, right? That you hold on to. When you let go of these illusions, it's painful because these things are like, they are narcotics. They are very addicting, but they are illusions. They do not satisfy. Narcotics do not satisfy, right? The addictions to drugs and things, they do not satisfy. You have to keep seeking them all of the time. And this is what we do with these illusions that we create for our lives. Robert the Great One, you have a black pit that rests inside of you that fuels all your consuming sense of nothingness. Well, the black pit has form. The abyss has form. The abyss has layers. The abyss has substance. It is not a pit that is nothingness, or you wouldn't be able to talk about it. See, Morphin agrees. You hear him? Thank you, Morphin. My wonderful crow here that is got a crow's nest right here. He likes to come into the show sometimes. Thank you, Morphin. We appreciate your commentary here with us today, right? This idea of nothingness, that is an illusion. There's no such thing of a nothingness. When you're talking about your abyss, you're giving it form and substance. Even in like Dungeons and Dragons, for instance, you have an abyss, right? The home of the demons. Well, demons have form. Demons have purpose. Demons have being. Now, the abyss continues to... the image of the abyss in like the Forgotten Realms is like a corkscrew. It keeps going down. Who is running that corkscrew? Right? It goes down into the infinity. And now in the abyss, there's life. The life forms are quite terrorizing, right? They are terrorizing, like demonic blobs and things. You know, these are terrorizing. But they have form. They have purpose. They have being. The solstice light is coming, my friends. You see it? It's starting to light up. It's starting to illuminate here. The light is coming, my friends. Soon it shall be over the horizon. All of the birds here are welcoming the light. I just see, let's see here. Energies, yeah. There's energy. There's nowhere there's not energy. Energy is the foundation of the cosmos, right? What's interesting about energy is these moments where there's form, right? You are all energy. You're moving at your base level. You are in motion, right? You have form. You have purpose. You are defined. You know, this has always been happening here. There's always been purpose. There's never been a void in the sense that there's nothing there. There's no purpose. That does not exist. There's no such as nothing. There's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as ex nihilo, the idea that a deity creates out of nothing. There's no such thing as nothing. There's always been energy in motion in our cosmos that we belong to. Let's shrooms first, bro. Well, yeah, you do your shrooms. You cannot die. Death is not real. Death is really something of a transition, is it not? It does not have permanence. Now, even if you are purely into the material, if you don't want to get into the spirituality of death, you continue on. Your energy still has form and purpose. When your body runs its course, you do not cease to be. You continue on, right? In a different experience. Now, I think there needs to be more conversation about atomic memory, as I call it. You have cellular memory. Your cells do retain your memory. There's been many instances in the fields of psychology and other interesting events that science cannot explain in terms of how your cells retain memory. There was an interesting movie back around the 2000s with Obi-Wan Kenobi called The Island, where he is a clone and he still has the memories of the host that he comes from. Anyone see that? The Island. I mean, that I think is something that needs to be explored. We contain memories within our DNA, right? We evolve, right, from a former state of being. And this is something I think needs more study and more attention. It's called epigenetics. Interesting. How old am I? I'm going to be 50 years old in a few weeks, Mohammed. In July, I'm going to be 50 years old. You are studying psychology in college right now. Look at you. Yeah, that is a difficult field to find employment in right now, because there's so many people that go into psychology. So you really have to keep going up to. If you're not going for a PhD, you're going to have a lot of competition in terms of employment. You have to be willing to go all the way with psychology right now. It is a field that has. I mean, you could go on the internet and have therapy, right? It's a very broad field in terms of and if you're looking for employment. So that's you have just committed yourself to at least 10 more years of schooling if you want to go into the field of psychology, my friend. And sociology, yeah. Sociology was a big, I really enjoyed that when I was your age, learning of sociology and psychology when I would recommend Carl Jung. Carl Jung, he was a brilliant psychologist. And if you want to understand people's spirituality as a psychologist, Carl Jung is the key to understand why people think the way they do about spirituality and things. He was, I know very little about him, but that very little that I have studied has been very beneficial to me. You like his theories a lot, certainly, yeah. Did the Orthodox kick you out for touching my patients? What kind of Christian are you supposed to be, sir? Now, you have an image of Jesus Christ and you're just being very inappropriate. Do you think that's what Jesus would want you to do, is to be a dick to other people? I mean, you are shameful for your religion. Very, very shameful. My good friend Zergza, good to have you here. Now, you've been a wonderful part of our program. I really appreciate you being here and being a part of our conversations. Yeah, thank you for being here, Zergza. The humbled priestly king, What is that? Yeah. Respect. Thank you. Thank you. Happy solstice to all. And Father's Day. If you are a father, happy Father's Day, right? I was telling my daughter got up early with me this morning, and I'm like, "Are you going to make me a card?" She's about to be 18. I'm like, "Where's my card? You used to make me cards when you were a child." I hear that. I don't know if you could see it. Let's take a walk out here to the sunlight there. It's starting to peek through. Starting to peek through over the trees, my friends. I mean, it's beautiful right now. Everything's golden right now. The light. Let me see if we can get a good approach here. You could see the beautiful solstice light, the light of the solstice. There it is. You see it? It's starting to illuminate. Trying to find a really good spot to go here. Look at that light coming through there. Beautiful. There. Oh, that's perfect right there. Look at that. Let me get it central right here. Look at that. Just take a look at that for a moment. Take a look at the beauty of that light, the energies. That's your solstice light. Now, as you begin to celebrate the wheel of the year, as I was saying at the beginning, this experience of light continues to intensify throughout your life. I have never seen the light as I did, 30 years ago. This light, it speaks to you now. This light has presence. This light has purpose for you. There it is. And all of its beautiful glory there for you. It's always reaching out to you. It's inviting you into its experience. It's inviting you into its purpose. Our ancestors, they would build their monuments around the experience of light. They understood its value. They understood its connection. The beauty of the light there for your entertainment, leisure, my friends. Swamp sunrise. Swamp, let me try to get it another good. There we go. Look at all that. Just feeding through the swamp light there. Beautiful, beautiful light. Going closer and closer to it for your entertainment, leisure. Walking into the light. There it is. Oh, this is so beautiful right now. There it is. All that energy is reaching out to you. It's speaking to you. If you let it speak to you. There, look at that. The power of that experience right there. The beauty. When's the last time you sat out in the light, my friends? When's the last time that you let it speak to your heart? You see that? Every morning out here in my grove, the birds, they welcome this light. They welcome this experience. They welcome this opportunity. The birds understand. The birds know the beauty. What about you, my friends? Have you forgotten it? Have you forgotten the beauty that's always been here every morning speaking to you? Have you forgotten your friend, the sun, your friend, the light, as it reaches out to you? It's always trying to speak to you, my friends. It's always trying to share its beauty with you. Are you listening? Do you have the ears to hear its voice? Do you have the eyes to see its presence? It's always been reaching out to you, my friends. There you are. You see, look at that. We are. The glory of the light there in the background. Do you see it? Its beauty, its power, its presence. It's always speaking to you. It's always speaking to you. Let's see here. Look at that. You see that? I have the power. Ready? The power. The power of the light, my friends, right here. In the palm of my hand. Spirituality, right here. Spirituality. Our ancestors knew how to participate in this great mystery. Look at that. You see that? You see the power of this mystery here. The summer solstice. There's so much energy right now. So much solar energy. It's speaking to you. It's reaching out to you. Go out, my friends. Go out and greet the light. Go out and greet the sun. Right now, there's people at Stonehenge, right? Welcoming this light. They're welcoming it. They understand its purpose. They understand its presence. Go out and greet the light today, my friends. It's trying to speak to you. It's trying to reach out to you. This beauty right here, right? All right, we're gonna go back to my tree over here. I have all of my equipment for survival in the wilderness here. But yeah, we do a few streams where I try to come out here every weekend to do this morning stream with you, where we welcome the light. And we also do, my favorite are the sun, when the sun is setting. That is my favorite time to come out here with you, when the sun is setting. There's something about that energy of the evening, when the light's going down. Twilight. There's so much power. There's so much power waiting for you to share with you. All right, back at my place here, my friends. Spiritual entertainment 7 days a week. Don't forget, my friends, to go up and touch the like button as you are here. I do this every day. I see Farmer Fiona's here. Our good friend Farmer Fiona. I hope you're doing well. Our good friend Farmer Fiona. Every day we stream every morning here, talk about comedy and spirituality. Every day talking about life, talking about the things that you're interested in. I also do video games. Later on today, we're going to be streaming Baldur's Gate 3, a role playthrough later on today. Annalyn, good morning to you. How are you doing, Annalyn? Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. The sunrise is very important for me and your mood. You wake up around 4, so when the sun comes up, you can watch it, right? It really sets your mood for the whole day. Yeah, there's so much. Now, there was a young man talking about, if you remember, some of you were here earlier. He was talking about what advice I could do to help him to be happy. Go do what Walnut Witch is doing here. Go out and meet the sun every morning. Share in its beauty. That will change your life. If you start going out right now in your life and greeting the sun, it will change your life. Don't wait to you're 49 years old to sit down with your first sunset. That was me. Now, I've saw many, many sunsets as I was growing old, but I never, until I was 49 years old, sat with the sun and let it speak to my heart. It has so much it wants to offer to you. The whole world, all of this nature here, it is always reaching out to you. It is always speaking to you. All of this beauty here, it is always trying to speak to you, my friends. It is always reaching out its hand. It's like, come, I want to share with you. I want to share this beauty with you. It is always reaching out to you, my friends. The beauty of this light here. When was the last time you greeted it, right? We are taught not to see the world around us. We see it merely as a backdrop, right? But it is always speaking to you. It wants to heal you. You know that there's healing power just by going for a walk in the woods? Did you know that all kinds of chemicals are released in your body that heal you, that make you better, that bring you peace, that energize you? You know that's all waiting for you. But we neglect that, right? You love nature. You are a Therian. What is a Therian? I've never heard of a Therian before. Smoke weed and be a wizard. Oh my goodness here. Smoking weed and being a wizard doesn't do this. It doesn't do it. Smoking weed doesn't heal you. It takes away pain, certainly. It is something that gives you temporary peace, right? But this nature here is your mother. She is waiting to share with you all of the riches of her reality with you. You see all the birds here. They know this. You hear them. You hear all the birds in the background. You see what they are doing. This is their daily experience. I mean, they don't have TVs. They don't have telephones. All they have is this, right? And what do we think about them? We are fascinated. We are fascinated by the beauty of birds, right? We are fascinated by it. Camera lady, good to see you, my good friend. Good to have you. I've been waiting. I just saw your Batman stream. I'm waiting to sit down and check it out. Our good friend Camera Lady makes all kinds of fun stuff on her channel. Go check it out. Yeah. Smoking weed. Smoking weed is fun, right? But it doesn't bring you wholeness, right? It is a temporary thing, right? The problem with weed is it stops you feeling depressed, but it doesn't change the reason why, right? There's no holistic healing unless it is here. This sun wants to bathe you in its light. It wants to bring you peace if you let it. You love the birds? Yeah, they're beautiful. They always like to be a part of the stream here when I come out here. My wonderful bird friends here, right? Let me see if I can get that light up just a little bit there. There we go. I'm a communist that doesn't listen to. What do you mean communist? I don't get into politics, sir. I don't do politics. I am against the political. You prayed for rain and the summer solstice has brought it. Praise whoever you prefer. Double tap and subscribe. Help the bot out. Thank you, my good friend, Zerg. Yeah, what is a communist? How do you define that? I am not a communist. I am this. This is me. This is my politics right here. This is my religion right here. That is it. It speaks for itself. I don't need to get on a platform. It is able to communicate all of its possibility and purpose to you as it is, right? Let's see. You are gay. So what? So what? Who cares if I'm gay, right? Why is that a problem for you, right? Cheers. Yeah. All these wonderful people here for your spiritual. Closed minds don't get fed, friend. Well, the idea of the closing of one's mind doesn't negate your responsibility to love others, right? You don't give up on people. If you give up on someone, you give up on yourself, right? We share a common humanity, and we certainly have a mind that is closed. Now, how can I open a mind, right? How can I open other people's minds? You have a wall that they have built. What is the greatest way to defeat those walls that people have built? What do you think is the answer? For me, it is trying to love. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm sharing my heart. I'm sharing my experience with other people, right? And if at some point, the wall will break. The walls will not remain. Love will win in the end. The walls that we build, they will come crumbling down. Love will prevail, my friends. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Yes, they have been hurt, so a wall was placed. Yeah, we build all kinds of walls, right? We build all kinds of walls. We do this. I've had lots of walls being broken down over the years. Who's got weak kidneys? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. So what are some of you doing for the solstice today? I'm going to get some strawberries and enjoy Father's. I'm going to have a big dinner tonight with strawberries and things. That's the plan so far. EMIT, good to see you, our good friend. What are you doing for the solstice? How are you celebrating? What are the old traditions? This is my first summer solstice in terms of celebration. I have made it through. I started celebrating the wheel of the year in Lunasa. That's like August 1st. So this is my first solstice. I made it through the entire wheel of the year, right? You're just hoping to get your house cleaned up. If you could clean homes for the solstice, that would be cool. Get it? Yeah. One of the things that was interesting when I was with my druids friends in our rituals, rituals are all new to me, is one of the things that we did in the middle of our rituals is we made vows to one another. And like I vow to do this for this year. I vow by for this until the next solstice. Everyone made vows to one another. And my vow was quite simple because I'm in a new state of life. And most of my life, I have never loved other people. I've only loved myself. And I've treated others as objects. Like I would be friends with you as long as you have the right ideas, right? As long as you complemented my life, right? I would use people instead of really being a friend to them, right? And I did this to everyone, right? I was a clergyman and I did not care about my parishioners. I only cared how they made me feel holy, right? So I didn't realize I was doing this, of course. I had a spiritual experience that helped me to see how self-centered I was. And one of my vows was, you have all these different people in my druid group. I'm like, you know what? I'm learning to love people. I want to be friends with all of you. And you don't have to be my friend, but I want to be your friend. I want to love you. Oh my, it's some type of, I don't know if you heard this, some type of roar just happened over there. Quite scary. I don't know if you just heard that. Hello, hello, hello. Rate, now you tell us. Jeez. Hello, friend. Pleasure to make another friendly acquaintance. Yeah, good to have you here, Priest King. Jesus, you got 5 inches of rain last night. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had a huge thunderstorm last night in my area here in Central Florida. It was lots and lots of rain. The boars are black. The boars are back. Did you see? Oh, you think that's what that growling was? They make snorting and squealing noises. And that's what, when you, I mean, it's quite frightening to hear. It's like walking up. You ever play Zelda, hearing Ganons, right? That's what it's like when you come across the boars, right? Let's see here. Somebody's being gross. Well, that's unfortunate. Your bee yard will be flooded. You have to wear water boots. Oh my goodness, that much water you've got. That is quite a bit. Yeah, the sun is now rising up. Everything is being illuminated here. I can't see it between the tree line anymore. It's like way up there. I can't, there, maybe I can get it right there. Let's see if I can get it right there. We're trying to keep up with the tree and the light here. Nope, I can't get it anymore. It's gone. Oh wait, there it is. Did I just get it? Let me see if I got it. Trying to align myself with the light here. I thought I just had it. Just a little bit. You see it? There's just a little bit left right there. Because the trees always obscure the light. The best way to see it is like right when I showed you earlier, starts breaking through the trees. It's beautiful. It's like my own personal Stonehenge right there. You see it? There it is. I have infinity in the palm of my hand, right? There it is. Right there. The beauty right there. Let's see. 0 zeros. Summer solstice got me feeling loose. Well, good. I'm glad that you are able to participate in the energies of this day, right? You're bricked up like a cold stick of butter. Well, there's nothing I can do for you. I mean, if you got $20, we'll talk. But right now, no. Do you know Stranger Things? You're talking about this series. Well, who doesn't, right? That was a beautiful series, was it not? Stranger Things. Yeah, I'll let the light just speak to you there. Yeah, Stranger Things was a very, it got a lot of people invested in Dungeons and Dragons. That was fun, right? My children were not interested in my Dungeons and Dragons until they started watching Stranger Things. Then they're like, teach us the secrets. We want to be like Eddie on there. And then they're like, this is too much math. You know. Let's see. You got 20. Okay. Well, I'll make you holler for $20. Yeah. Right. Um, let's see. What do you think of Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ is an important archetype for me in terms of the culture that I'm in, right? The Western world, uh, Jesus is like one of the most popular archetypes. To me, Jesus is the face of a father, right? Um, and what's important is that many people don't realize that you contribute to that face of Christ by the things you've experienced in terms of fathers, the things that you learn from your religious people around you, right? You put a face on this Christ. There's no way to get around that, right? You might think it, well, I'm doing what the Bible says or whatever. You're not really doing what the Bible says. You are the master of that face, and you are informed by your culture. You are informed by the religion that you belong to. And who exactly is this Christ? What you read in paper is not the same type of Christ that you've created in your head, right? This archetype. And there's nothing wrong with that. We inherit these archetypes and we build faces on them. So for me, the Christ is the ultimate loving Father. So I'm not a Christian, but that is the archetype that I hold in my heart. A lesson today for life tomorrow. Yeah, see, certainly. Oh my, where are we at here? No park today, rain and thunderstorms up in Maine. Oh my. Well, at least it's getting warmer right up in Maine, right? Sometimes in the north, it's cold into June, right? It's cold into the middle of June, right? Not in May, it was really cold up there, right? Let's see. Dr. Evil, what are you doing here? What is evil here? What is evil here? Moon, you are the moon queen. What do you perceive as evil? I'm talking about nature. I'm talking about being loved. I'm talking about beauty. I'm talking about goodness. I'm talking about hope. What do you perceive as evil here? Don't forget, my friends, to touch the like button as you come in. I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can double tap your screen or go over to the 3 bars there. Just give it a touch, right? I do this every morning. I'm not always out in my grove. I come out to my grove at least once a week to do these streams. Comedy and spirituality and gaming, all kinds of fun stuff we do here. Stranger Things is an allegory story of our heart, brain, vascular systems. Let's see, Vecna, that which carries the oxygenated blood, the Demogorgon. Well, those are all terms from Dungeons and Dragons. Vecna's from Greyhawk. He's a lich. The Underdark, or the demi plane, the shadow plane, right, is the upside down. The shadow plane in D&D is everything that you see in the material plane, but has a dark feature to it, right? I did a campaign in Neverwinter where you have Neverwinter experienced a volcanic explosion, but they were able to clean up the city eventually. Well, on the shadow plane, the volcano has still got the city torn in half, right? Do you find interesting that the Statue of Liberty looks like Lucifer with chains? I think that is nonsense. Lucifer is a fictional being. There's nothing in the Statue of Liberty is Lady Liberty. It is a philosophy. That's that we have. It's a manifestation of a philosophy of liberty. That's what the Statue of Liberty is. It's nothing to do with Lucifer. Lucifer is a made-up word created by Jerome. There's no Lucifer in the canon of the original words of the Bible. There's no Lucifer there. That is a made-up word that has taken on personification. Now, if you take the same words in the Old Testament, how art thou fallen, O son of the morning, Lucifer, the same words are used to describe Jesus Christ in the book of Revelation. Is Jesus Lucifer? Right? You should walk around and shed some chins instead of sitting of lady. Well, you should try not being a dick. Maybe you'll have more friends in your life, right? If you become a person of courtesy. I got people that make fun of I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with my body, right? I'm an old man. Things aren't what they used to be. And it's unfortunate that so many people are invested in materialism for happiness and self-identification. Like, this person doesn't care about my health, right? They're obsessed with it because how they operate is they find meaning by not being like other people. As long as they have somebody to criticize, that makes them feel like they have purpose. Now, that's a very shallow form of existence, right? And I'm sorry that you choose to live that way. Maybe when you're older, when your balls drop and you grow up, you'll start looking at other human beings with value and purpose, because we're all together in this, right? We're all together in this. Cussing and not being mean. Yeah, I cuss all the time here like a sailor. Good to see you, my good friend, my neighbor, American Maker, my swamp druid friend here. Lives right over the swamp here from us and makes beautiful things on his channel. Father Bard walks out to his grove. Yeah, some of you saw me from last year. I did lose about 40 pounds, right? I was happy with myself when I had those 40 pounds. I mean, I stopped drinking and started using marijuana. I lost 40 pounds in the past year. And I loved myself when I had those 40 pounds. I love myself no differently now. I'm very happy with who I am as a person. I know that I'm loved. Now, if I want to lose any more weight for health reasons, that benefits me in terms of my lifestyle. It doesn't benefit you, doesn't benefit my psychology, right? It's a shame. It's a shame that so many people are obsessed with how they look. You understand that one day you're going to be rotting in a grave, right? All of that effort you put into materialism, where is it going? What is it going to profit you in the end? What does profit you is how you treat other people. And you really can't treat other people with respect if you don't respect who you are as a person. So when I have these people here talking about weight, and so that tells me that you really don't love yourself, right? But you can. Wiccans are better. Well, Wiccans are my neighbors, right? Hiroshi, good to see you. You've been 140 pounds your whole adult life, you eat a lot. So you're one of those people who has those high metabolism, right? I'm about 205 pounds right now. Last year at this time, I was about 245. And marijuana has been a great help for me to get. This is pretty much, well, I'm not going any further down. This is my natural weight. But I'm happy with myself. I'm happy. I'm content. I love myself. And because I love myself, I'm able to love other people, not look at how much they weigh or how distorted their features are in terms of their physical appearance. I'm able to love other people, right? If you don't love yourself, you're always going to be looking at others and say, I'm not like them. I am superior, or so on and so forth. Yeah. You will find that your life is much better when you are able to appreciate yourself as you are, right? In all of your weaknesses, in all of your struggles. Bar looks like he can be a Secretary of State. I will never ever be involved in politics. I think our political system is in the toilet, right? Yeah. Let's see. Good to see you, Yuna. Good to have you here. Love for others is our greatest commandment, but love for ourselves too. You cannot love other people if you don't love yourself, right? Um, you know, I was a clergyman for many years, and one of the commandments of the Christian church is loving your neighbor. And it might have looked like I was loving my neighbor, but I wasn't. I was doing this religious activities to try to love myself, but I continued to fail to do that. The outward things cannot substitute that inward reality. You can keep doing these things to occupy you, right? You feel like you're loving, but you're really not. It is vanity. That's what I've experienced most of my life. I'm spam. Well, fine. Do your spam. I don't care. My leisure is a matter of Bayesian, good or bad. Your gooning here doesn't affect me. You can do it all you want to. I don't care. I don't have to see it. Vanity, yes, yeah. Love yourself, respect others. That is the way, right? Yeah. That is something that our society doesn't teach you, right? It doesn't teach. Even like in religion, people are, let's go out and help the poor today or something. They're not really helping the poor, they're just helping themselves to feel good. You cannot help the poor if you don't deal with your own poverty inside of you. You cannot love your neighbor if you don't love yourself, right? You will try to do these outward activities, but you will do so in a most incomplete way until you learn that inner reality. The ecclesiastical truth right there, yeah. What is the sixth? It is for walking. I am old. I come out here to the wilderness and I walk around and stuff in my grove here. And I need this walking stick here to help me to navigate through the swamps, because there's all kinds of dangers and things. And I never know when my knee will go out or my back will go out, but my walking stick is there as a faithful companion to help me through those difficulties. Love yourself, respect this way. I really like the blue color. You should be sponsored. You're making me want a cloak now. Not a cape. Yes, not a cape. Yeah. You can get one on Amazon. Now, this one my mother made for me. The one that I wear usually for my other shows, that one I got on Amazon. But all of those ones that are online, I mean, I'm 6'4", so they come down just below my knee, and my mother made me one that covers my whole body, and I only use this for special occasions like doing ritual. That's a nice message, just the German accent, make it sound English. You want me to do my German accent? Oh, man. Little Blue Riding Hood, yeah. Give me $20 first. May our Creator bless you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Do you need help? Yes, I need you to like up there. You see the like button? Subscribe. Become a community member. You see the join button? I still need one more person to play Baldur's Gate 3 with us tonight. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a stream where we're playing Baldur's Gate 3 as in character. We're not doing it to explore everything, get all the items, and do the fighting. It is completely in character. What we'll be doing later on. But you don't know the rules. You have to own it. Baldur's Gate 3 is a popular video game. You can get it on Steam or Xbox. And you have to be a community member to participate. In order to be a community member, you go to the join button, you buy me a coffee, and you become part of our Discord server. And we play all kinds of games. We play D&D together. And This will be like on Wednesday nights we play. We're going 7 days to die. We play a lot of games together in the afternoons and evenings. You certainly are welcome to join. There's a join button there. Buy me a coffee, and you are in. If you like role playing, um, that's one of the requirements. We need to hear your voice. You don't need a camera for tonight. You just need your voice. That's what we're looking for later on. Community is immunity. Your grace, may I go doodle? I don't do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. Your character is a Spanish queer. Well, good for you. I don't care. RPG. The bunny on your cool stick is cute. Yes. If you want to see my rabbits, I just put a video up of them in my YouTube shorts. Well, the one that looks like this, she's adorable. My little lady rabbit, you could see her. I have a whole playlist if you want to see all of my rabbits called Rabbit Camp. Oh, let's see here. You've been trying to play Baldur's Gate Saga and keep getting killed. I wouldn't be good. You don't have 3? Yeah, put it on easy mode. I mean, it is difficult. The older rule set on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, they are difficult. You like my big lady rabbit? She is quite big, yeah. My lord, permission to wipe your ass. Yes, you do have my permission. Yeah, don't use sandpaper anymore, though. That hurts. Thank you for streaming. It's 4 a.m. here. It's been a long night, and I appreciate your comforting presence. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say. Don't forget to touch the like button, my friends. I will be here for another hour. I do this every day. I am on here, and not always out here. This is only like once a week. I come out to my grove. But I do this every day for your comedy and spirituality together, 7 days a week, my friends. It's so cute. She is adorable. Yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful animal, my lady rabbit, and my other rabbit. I got to Mr. and Mrs. Bunny. That's what they're called. And I also have a tortoise. Usually a lot of people see my tortoise as well. She's a wonderful creature. Yeah. You own this land. I thought you were just like out at a public park. No, I don't own this land. This is state land. This is behind my house. It's called a wildlife management center, commonly known as an animal preserve. People come, there's trails and stuff. People walk their dogs and stuff back here. There's all kinds of, this is a state protected area that they for animal preservation and rejuvenation. That's what we have here. And this is where my grove is. I come out here to do these. And every now and then we'll get some animals in the background. We had the boars this morning. Some of you got to see the boars. It was really dark. I tried to follow them. There was a huge family of boars that were here, but I ended up frightening them away. Yuma Rose, good to see you. I wish I had come across some, you wish you came across what? An area like that, yeah. This is a beautiful place to go. The only thing difficult is the bugs, really. You could see mosquitoes and stuff. Mosquitoes aren't too much of a problem. It's as more light comes in, then the flies come out. They're assholes, the flies out here. Oh man, look at here. A Roblox Christian on here again. I'm already part of a Christian Minecraft server. I don't want to join yours. Do you ever see any animals? All the time, yeah. I showed the boars this morning when I started the show. There was a family of boars out here. We got deer, we got bears, gators. There was a huge armadillo when I was walking this morning. Got all kinds of beautiful creatures, lots of beautiful birds. Crows, owls, everything out here in the wilderness. Yeah. You got some places where you live, you take a risk of getting stabbed or seeing something you should have seen. You're in the concrete jungle, right? You need to be strapped, right? That's what you need. I have to carry weapons out here. I mean, it is dangerous. I could be eaten alive by a bear or something, right? Yeah, his daily Christian Roblox recruitment. Every day he comes on here, tries to recruit us. Is he a Satanist? What on here says devil? I don't understand why I am a Satanist. What on here promotes evil? How do you come to that conclusion that I am promoting something nefarious here? How do you get to that? I mean, I'm out here in the wilderness talking about the beauty of the world that we live in, and I get uh, what on here says devil? I don't understand. How do you come to that conclusion? Let's see here. The bunny looked evil. It must be the rabbit. Yeah, right out of the pit of hell, right? The pit of the cutest hells, right? Yeah. Thank you, Tron. Yeah. My Lord, just let me out. 4-foot turd. You're tired? Well, good for you. I'm glad you finally had a proper bowel movement. Yeah. Let's see. No burning. Yeah, we don't. They look satanic. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't understand why people address me as a Satanist. Now, I do have friends that are into the diabolical. I am not. I am not. I just do this because I love the world I live in. Yeah, the cuteness of the diabolical nature of cuteness here really leads people astray, right? Let me see. Have you seen the Christmas Critters? What does that mean, Christmas Critters? Now, I saw the movie Critters back in the 80s. Critters, I think there was 2 of them or 3 of them, Critters. They were little alien fuzzballs. They were quite adorable. If you saw Critters, the movie back in the 80s, Critters, right? Yes, Christmas Critters. The South Park, cute satanic little animals. Yeah, I've never watched South Park. I know some. I guess it's very famous. A lot of the things on there. Well, I probably didn't watch because I was a Christian at the time. Now, as an adult, I don't really get into cartoons. Yeah. Oh my. Let's see. Bard, time to make things right. The power of Christ compels me. Yeah, it compels me to go out and appreciate the wonderful world that is all around us. That is the only thing that compels me by Christ. South Park is making a new game. They made that famous one was the Stick of Truth. Remember that one about being butt probed by an alien? Yeah, I don't play games like that. I didn't. I know that's a humorous game, but that doesn't really appeal to me. Let's see. You are looking for enchanted maidens in the forest? Well, that sounds like fun. Do I like cats? Of course. I love all animals. All animals. I don't own cats. I own 2 rabbits and a tortoise. But I've owned many cats in my life. My mother loves cats. At one time, she had 11 cats and 3 dogs. She cannot say no to animals. She sees a stray animal, she'll take it home. That's how my mother rolls. Greg, good to see you. Good morning to you. You missed the daily rebuking. No, I don't do that out in my grove. I don't do that. There's less comedy out here. I don't do any of that stuff out. This is more a place of meditation. Um, yeah, so the comedy meter is a little bit low today in terms of, celebrating the summer solstice here today. Is what we're doing, experiencing the light of the world around us. Yeah, I am 6'4". Yeah, I am nowhere near a hobbit stature. 6'4". Do you talk to the trees? Certainly. Now the trees don't talk back like just I talk to my animals too. There's an intention that manifests in the words, but the trees they operate at a different level of intellect than we do. So there's certainly love that they share. There's certainly presence that they share with us, but not in the same way that we would talk to one another, right? This is our spiritual time, right? He always gets at least one or two rebuke. Usually, yeah, I'm sure someone has done it today and I've just ignored it, right? I am the most exorcised man from demons in the world. I've received probably about over 356 exorcisms. And I tried to file a Guinness Book of World Records, and they said they don't accept spiritual stuff. I have a playlist to demonstrate that I am the most, it's called Daily Exorcism. My playlist shows how many times these people have cast devils out of me. Let's see here. Hiroshio's our role model. Yeah. Am I a blue mage? No, I'm just an entertainer. That's what I am. Nothing more than that. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week, I am here for your entertainment leisure. And don't forget to go up and touch the like button. I do this every day, not always out here in my grove. This is an exclusive access you have to my sacred place here for the summer solstice, celebrating with all of you. No, I'm not a warlock. Warlocks are coven breakers. I don't break my vows. They almost grow up, then you'll get a dog. You're going to get a dog, Hiroshi. How wonderful. These Detroit stories still make me laugh. Yeah, Detroit was a difficult life as a young person. I'm glad that I don't have to live there. I'm glad that I was able to find a way out of the concrete jungle of the ghetto and where I live. Let's see, you love the natural. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. If you love nature, my friends, don't forget to touch your like button at the top. Like and subscribe. I do this for a living. If you're interested in joining our community, there's a join button there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can support what I do. Without those coffees, I can't be here every day. The coffee is what keeps me coming back. As long as someone is buying me coffee, I will be here for the next 25 years. So I appreciate people who can support what I do. I do this to support my family. This is my job. So I appreciate people who are part of our community here. You want to live to see 80. I will just stick with the dog. Oh my. You lived in the US for 9 years. It's insane that it must have, wow, I appreciate that very much. Moon Queen. Oh my goodness here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you lived in the US. You're lost in drugs and violence. Yeah, that's Detroit. Yeah. Most people that live in the ghetto, they never navigate around drugs or violence. You have to play by the rules of the street if you want to survive. And thankfully, I had ways out of that darkness, because I would certainly be dead right now if it weren't for special events that have happened in my life to rescue me from that darkness. 25 years. Oh my, what's going on? Who's got 25 years? Yeah. Border Collie breed. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you very much, Ariana. Yeah. We thank you for being a part of our wonderful contribution that you have shared with all of us here. They're so intelligent, Hiroshi. Oh, you're talking about your dogs? Am I a LARPer? I do LARP in the evening. I'll do it later today at 2 o'clock. I'm going to be a paladin. Yeah, I'll be a paladin. I'm going to wear chainmail. You will see me on our live stream. We're going to play Baldur's Gate 3 together. I'm going to be wearing chainmail for your entertainment leisure. Wonderful day to you. Happy solstice, my mountain man friend. Why not? Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Let's see here. Yeah, we have a beautiful community that's growing on our Discord server. Wonderful people. Everyone's different. Everyone has different ideas. We got atheists, pagans, Christians, Muslims, Jews, self-proclaimed deities, all getting along together, playing games together, having conversations about life together. Everyone differently, but being courteous to one another. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. Think about becoming a member. Think about joining us. See that join button down there? You see it? Cup of coffee. That's all it takes, my friends. Let's see. So we got some sorcerers here. Oh my! If you're enjoying the chat, yeah, consider joining. Thank you, God. You are old enough, Greg, that pecan trees are still kind of lined up, but not ready to. I am lost in the discussion there. Does the stick make tunes? No, it's just for walking. I use it for walking. I'm old. It helps me to get around the wilderness here where I am at. My wonderful walking stick here. The Bard's Tale. Oh, that was a fun game, right? For its time. Now, I have all of the Bard's games that have been remade. Bard's Tale. I'm glad they don't make games like that anymore. I mean, it was terrible. The Bard's Tale, I think the third one is not as bad as the first two, the older ones. I mean, those were terrible. The repetition, the interface. I mean, I'm glad they don't make games like that. That's all we had back then, right? Prince, bard with no instrument. Well, you don't understand what a bard is. That's why not all bards are musicians. Bards have the gift of the voice. They help you to connect to the ancestors. And that is sometimes done through poetry. It is sometimes done through music. It is sometimes done through satire. It is sometimes done through storytelling. Now, I'm a bard in an order of bards called the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. And the bardic traditions, as we know them, it's nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, that's a different type of bard. That's, certainly inspired. But a bard is someone who has the gift of the voice that can take you on a journey through their talent, through their art. Thank you. I am a druid. I would count myself. Greg, you are a practitioner of druidry as well? Yeah. Good morning to you, the guy. Good to have you here. Bard on bard action. Is this a clan? No, this is entertainment. Nothing more than that, really, right? Can a bard levitate? If I smoke enough weed, probably, yeah. Your dad plays rock and your parents have a band. Their band name is Threefold. Well, that sounds interesting. You are mentioning your grove in Oklahoma. It's an old pecan tree orchard. They got abandoned by the river, like 100. Oh, interesting. And so it's all like wild now, right? That's interesting. Over there in Oklahoma. What does a bard do? A bard helps you to connect to the ancestors, helps you to connect to the divine. The bard takes you on a journey. The bard is the foundation for all cultures and the mythology that they share through their storytelling, through their talent, through their art. So when you're thinking of bard, don't think instruments, don't think poetry, think voice. The voice of the ancestors speaks through the bard. The bard is the one that takes you on the journey to the divine place through their art, right? Anybody can play music, anybody can recite poetry, anyone can, do all different forms of art. But what the uniqueness of the bard is the voice. That's the gift of the bard, is to be able to take you on a journey, to awaken you. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees. William Blake, the ultimate bard. Bards in DMT? No, not really. Is that a poster behind you? No, this is a tree. This here, this is a tree. It is a tree. That's what it is. Not the poster. Yeah, I have a green screen when I'm usually at home, but this is all what you see here. This is my grove here. As you see it, this is it. All of these beautiful laurel oak trees here for your entertainment privilege, right? Oh, my good bearded lady friend is here. Jenny, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Um, Good to have you here, good friend. You would count yourself as one who's been praying to the goddess, Bryant Bridge, as most people never, for almost 35 years now, right? You are devoted to the ancestral tradition of Breach there, right? Oh, let's see here. That's a huge poster, yeah. You're changing your name, so I will be back. Okay. We're looking forward to seeing you. Oh, let's see. Welcome back, eyes. Yeah. All these wonderful people here every day for your entertainment leisure. Don't forget to touch the like button. You see it right up there? That is the like button. Help a bard out. I do this every day and I do it for a living and I appreciate people. Old school Celtic paganism, that's what you practice. You do the old ways, right? You continue where the ancestors left off, right? Yeah, I'm inspired by my ancestors. I am not a pagan, but I'm certainly inspired by the traditions and their stories, and I do it in my own way. Um, Hello, Maxwell. Hello, good to have you here. Tickets, yeah, like button. Yeah, thank you, my good bearded lady friend here. Your name is Gary, by the way. Yes, I know. You told me to ignore all of this, the G blah 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 blah, and just to call you Gary. It doesn't offend me that you forgot. I didn't forget. I've called you Gary since the beginning. I've called you Gary since the beginning, right? You weren't listening to me, Gary. Yeah. How can I forget the all of that all your strange words in there? I used to try to call you that, and you said no. It's just Gary. You just call me Gary. Um, yes, our good friend the Gary with his strange presentation of his name there. Gary, come home. Yeah. Gary is very sensitive. Perhaps he is, he's got a beautiful grove that he's a part of, keeping the traditions of the ancestors. And it's good when you find other people that share that, right? That share your stories and your experiences of your ancestors. So hopefully you got a good community of like-minded people, right? Where are the children? They're all at home. They're all at home. All 8 of my children at home. Yeah. You triggered Fallout memories. Oh my, that was a good game and a good television series, the Fallout, right? Fallout 3 was my first big Fallout game. The other ones I didn't really pay attention to, but there was a lot of good memories in there. 3 and 4, right? Give the parents closure, but oh, you're just being a dick. Well, you can be closed here. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You got a chicken? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, they can be very loving, right? Chickens. There's an adorable video on YouTube about this chicken that would wait at the bus stop for the little girl to get off the bus, and it runs up to her and hops in her arms. Right? Have you seen that? Uh, you know, all these animals are waiting to be loved by you. Right? Your love changes their chaotic nature. Just think about that for a moment. If you are not loved in some capacity, you would be no different than a wild animal. And that's a scientific fact. You would be feral, right? What has made you civilized? Love. This tradition of being loved, passed down from one generation to the next. Our culture is rooted in love. And When you share that with an animal, what happens? They are changed. They are changed. If you have a little animal since its beginnings in the world, as a puppy, for instance, a little dog, you change its nature. It becomes more than the natural. It becomes part of you, and you become part of it. That is the animals are amazing, and that's why I have this as my spiritual guide, because my rabbits have taught me that about animals. My rabbits have taught me the power of love and what it does in the world. It changes. It helps our species to evolve. Love is, at some point in history, some greater reality loved us. So we'd all be like, running around in caves and, working with pieces of wood and stuff like that. Something loved us at some point in our development as a species. That's what has given us all of this here today. And we continue to go deeper in that experience of love. We continue to evolve. We continue to be different. We continue to be changed. Jesus is what loved us. Well, Jesus could be a symbol of love, certainly, or it can be a symbol of violence, right? Depends on what you want to do with it, right? We use symbols certainly to convey our experiences. I've seen Jesus be a symbol of abuse. Jesus can be a symbol of love as well, right? Love to the torture and bunnies. Oh my, yeah, my bunnies are wonderful, wonderful creatures. They've taught me so much about the world, and I'm forever indebted to my spiritual animal here. I rolled a nat 20 when it comes to the animal kingdom, right? I think Jenny's referring to the fundamentalists here in the chat. Inquisitor Bacon is here, making sure everything is not kosher, right? Yeah. Can I draw you? What you want to do? You want to draw my whole naked body? Is that what you want to do? You have to pay for that. Yeah, I don't. My OnlyFans page isn't for free, but you're certainly welcome to draw me. Yeah, I would not object to it. But it's pay to play here. Yeah, if you want to see all of this in action, you have to pay $20 is what I charge, right? He didn't bingle bangle. What is that? He like a French girl. Ooh, yeah. Jesus wasn't a sinner. We don't care. We don't care whatever you want him to be. A bard's true armor class is competence. Yeah, well, you got to get that charisma up, right, to at least 20. That's when you have the best kind of bard, right? Got to have that riz, right? The riz is where it's at. If you are a bard, you want to make a difference in the world, you have to be able to have a conversation, right? Let's see here. Greetings to you, French. Good to have you here for your entertainment privilege. Don't forget to touch the like button at the top. I do this every day. I am here for you, my friends, for your entertainment privilege. Let's see here. Where am I at? The beautiful thing, like this generation, is only a phase. Well, you have to understand what is a phase is a building block to another experience. We go from one experience to the next, and this is unending. The transference of energy in the cosmos continues to move from one state to another, one form to another. And this is a mystery that we're trying to understand with our science, right? The ram appeared in the thicket. That's a terrible story. The idea of God asking you to kill your son, and the fact that this person would do it. I mean, what an evil person Abraham was, right? Could you think of the psychological trauma if that was a real story of Isaac knowing his father is he would murder you for his God. That is an evil thing. That story in the community of the people of that time was a way to empower the religious class. Say, you need to serve God just like Abraham. This is the devotion. It's an evil story. The idea that someone would kill their own child for their God, that should be a story that we condemn, but it's treated like wisdom. It's not wisdom. It's a way to control you. The story of the sacrifice of Isaac is a wicked and evil story. Only evil parents would want to murder their children for their God. And that's what the God of the Bible desires, that you love it more than your family. There's a better message that you find in the New Testament. When you love other people, you're loving God. I think that is more of a valuable message. The idea of loving, when you love the least, you are loving the God. So if a God asks you to kill your son, if I was Abraham, I would be like, do it yourself, asshole, right? You don't do that. You don't murder your children, right? Why are you online? For fun. It's quite simple. I'm an entertainer. Yeah. Abraham never actually killed. Abraham isn't real. Abraham isn't real. If he's real, he is a terrible person. Abraham is a terrible person. There's no evidence that he is real. Real people don't murder their children, right? Clever scribes change the words. Yeah, pretty much. The idea of the scribe during, like, for instance, Jesus, he talked about the scribes. Scribes were the editors of the sacred books, and they edited them. They added to them, they took away. That was their job, right? The Bible that we, as you know it, is a product of scribe. These people edit it, not for the purpose of enlightenment, for the purpose of controlling the narrative. The Bible is not a book of enlightenment. It is a book of control. Let's see here. Everything in the Bible is real. Sure it is. Donkeys talk to me all the time. And snakes, yeah. Hello, where's that dumbass at right now? I want to have a conversation with it. Come here, Eeyore. Let's have a conversation. See, this person here has been brainwashed to believe that everything in the Bible is real. Why can't everything in the Odyssey be real, like cyclopses and things? Why does your little book have to be real and not the Odyssey? Yeah, I mean, this is mythology. It is not real. It has a purpose in a community. And the purpose is not to dictate reality. The world is not on pillars. There's no center of the earth where the dead people are. These are all allegory and storytelling. Water drinks at Wally World are that good? You see this is sparkling ice. You can get this all over the world. Sparkling ice. Yeah. He loves you more than you love anything. Yeah, I would hope so, right? And I learned about that love not from a book, from the person. I don't need to go through a book to the person. Came to be your God, never did. Yeah. Hecate, you are a devotee of Hecate. Yeah, she's a wonderful lady, right? Yeah. The problem with Hecate, now I had an experience, I don't have any devotion to Hecate. I experienced Hecate last year, and the experience was people treat her like a whore. They're not interested in her, they're interested in what magical powers that she could provide for them. Whatever, like, I'm going to go do these sacrifices to Hecate, and she's going to provide some magic for me now. Hecate is not a prostitute, and it's a shame that people who practice witchcraft, not all, but people who, they come to her as, you're going to do this for me and I will do this for you. She's not a prostitute. She's a wonderful lady. She's the divine Sophia, right? Many, many faces of the divine Sophia. Her domains are earth, sky, and sea, right? That's what Zeus gave to her, right? Hail to you, my friend Shimosu. Good to have you here. Don't forget to touch the like button, my friends. You see it? Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. I am here for you. Is your wand made of holy wood? Well, my penis is natural to my body in its wand form. Yeah. There's nobody in hell because it doesn't exist. Yeah. Hell is a make-believe place created by the church to control you, to get you to do what they want. Only wicked and evil gods create places of torture and torment in order to get you to follow the rules, right? Oh, where am I at here? 100% points to the fairness. Why do you not worship the Demerge? I don't believe in Gnosticism. I think it's a terrible religion. The idea of the Demerge to me is terrible. The idea that we are in a prison, that the only thing that matters is your divine spark. That's a terrible religion. Well, it's unfortunate that you have people who want to believe in Jesus, right? They don't like Christianity. It sucks. So what do? They go to even more of a shittier religion, which is Gnosticism. There's wisdom in Gnosticism, just like there's wisdom in Christianity. Gnosticism preserves some of the early Christian memories in its books. But Gnosticism is a shitty religion because they say you are a prisoner in a world run by an evil God. That is bullshit. The world you live in is wonderful, and everything divine is in you and around you. It's not a spark. You are living in one big fire. But the problem is your perception, not the world you live in. It's how you perceive the world. That is where you have gone astray. She's a goddess of fertility and rebirth and renewal. Yeah, many goddesses share the same ideas, right? You know, these are all archetypes. There's no guarantee that, whatever we attribute to a goddess is based on real evidence, right? People have experiences and they put names on it, right? Like Keridwen for me. Keridwen is no different than Hecate. She is no different than Parvati. Keridwen to me is the divine Sophia, the wisdom, right? Now, she was certainly an ancestor at some point. She has a mythology, right? But it's universal. It has many, many faces. You create these faces, right? We all do it. It's part of our creativity. Jesus wants your faith and love and devotion. Not interested. If he needs anything from me, I'm not interested. Gods that need and want, I'm not interested. That means that they're pathetic to me, right? I asked God once, what do you want from me? Nothing was the answer. I am just loved by the God. I don't have to return the love. I don't have to do anything. I will be loved no matter what. I will be loved. I was loved before I knew what a God was. I will be loved at my worst points in life when I'm doing terrible things. I'm still loved. I don't have to do anything. God doesn't need anything from you. Now, if you want to return that love, that is wonderful, but you don't have to. You will still be loved. People who tell you you must worship, people who tell you that God needs, what does that say about the God? That it's pathetic. Gods that need you to do anything, like if you're Roman Catholic, God needs you to go to church on your Holy Sunday obligation, or the God will punish you with eternal fire. It's a mortal sin for a Roman Catholic to miss the church. What does that say about the God? It's pathetic. Pathetic. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at? Can you find others who love the goddess? Oh, they're all around, right? They're all around. The goddess to me is just the universal manifestation. I think the Wiccans got it right. Lord and Lady. There's a Lord and a Lady, and this Lord and Lady has many, many faces. through our culture and context of experience. You are the face of the Lord and the Lady, right? The Lord and the Lady have many, many various manifestations in humanity. Sin is a concept that is created by Christians. You cannot prove that you're a sinner, right? You cannot prove that there's a God pissed off at you. They make all of that shit up. What made embrace the wrathful, what does that say? Wrathful apathy of Crom. Crom. Yeah, Crom is the God of the Bible, basically, right? Where you got that cloak. My mother made it. My mother made it for me. You can buy cloaks on Amazon, but they're too short. I'm 6'4". I have another cloak that I usually wear every day doing my entertainment streams. I wear that, but it's too short. This one I wear for ritual. It's the summer solstice, so I wear this to honor my ancestors and to honor the world I live in. Dear Bod, aren't going to be No, we don't do exorcisms out here, my friend. Lotto gameplays. This is a place that's sacred. There's not much comedy out here. Very little comedy. This is a place of meditation, and I don't get crazy as I do when I'm at home. Usually, right? Plus, I'm sober out here. I got to drive home and walk home, right? Let's see here. If everyone studied Latin, the confusion would be clear. What Latin is a dead language. What is why study it? I mean, what a dead language. What is there to confuse by learning a dead language? Yeah, I'm out in my grove today. Is that an airbender necklace? No, this is called a triskelion. It is the symbol of my ancestors. You know, they believed in trinities way before Christians did, my ancestors. Let's see here. Spiritual. If you are on Discord after the show, I will stop in and say hello to you as I'm resting over here. We're almost at the end. Spiritual Entertainment 7. If you want to join our Discord, you see that join button. Buy me a coffee, and you can have access to our Discord. You can be a part of we do gaming together. Later on today, I'll be with 2 of my community members. I need 1 more to play Baldur's Gate 3 with us. It's going to be, you don't have to be skilled at 5th edition gameplay. You just know how to role play. That's all I ask. We're going to do a role play stream of Baldur's Gate 3 together later today. And did you just throw the bottle in the ground? Yeah, I have a pile of stuff over here, right, that I clean up when I leave my area. I have my backpack and everything here. Yeah. Thank you for being concerned with the natural, right? Yeah. You see all these people, they're just waiting to get at me like, oh, we got him now. We know he's false, right? He passed gas during the stream. He polluted the environment. We got him. We got him. Yeah. Always looking to go after the god here. And you don't have shit on me. None of you do. I am an honest person. This is my life. There's nothing to hide here. Nothing to hide, my friends. Dragon Age. Oh, that was fun. Dragon Age. I finally completed the saga. I played the last one, the one that came after Inquisition, the Veil God. That was a wonderful story. That was the best of the Dragon Age to me was the very first one. And the Inquisition was really well done too. The rest of them, not so much. The other ones, but the very first Dragon Age was so wonderful. I wish they would have kept the atmosphere like that for all of the series. Veil God was not very inspiring, but if you like the story, it was very good. There's not going to be any more Dragon Age games. That was the conclusion of the mythology of the world. Very well done. Very well. I was very happy. Dragon Age 1 was the first game I played where I shed a tear because it was Alistair's speech at the end of the game was so powerful. filled with so much emotion and energy. That was like the first video game that was so well written that it was so inspiring that I shed a tear. Well, I'm a Cancer. I cry at everything, but that was the first time. That was so. Oh, Jimbo, save us, Jimbo. Do the Parks Department know I'm here? This is people are allowed to come back here. So wildlife preserve. There's trails. The Fish and Wildlife Association has no problem with me being out here. And any Florida person can come out here. The rules are during non-hunting season, you can be out here an hour and a half before the sun and after the sun. During hunting season, you can be out here as much as you want, as long as you have a permit to do your hunting. Yeah. What's the temperature today? It's like 90 degrees right now. It started out about 80. The humidity might be obscuring that. I mean, the humidity is terrible right now where I'm at. I can't wait to at the end of the stream here to take my cloak off because I am sweating buckets right now. Why are you dressed like that? I practice druidry and I dress like this to honor my ancestors. Let's see here. Oh my goodness here. Every knee shall bow. What kind of sexuality are you promoting here? My knees are bad. I'm not interested in going down my knees for you, unless you give me $20, right? You showed up and there were 20 other people in blue cloaks. That would be fun. The blue is the color of bards in my order, the order of bards, Ovites, and druids. So that would be fun to see a bunch of people in blue, right? Your ancestors watch over me. Yeah, all of us. There's never a time when our ancestors. How do you practice druidry? Druidry is an earth-based form of spirituality. So this is my practice of druidry, greeting the rising of the sun as we did this morning, the solstice. That's all it is. And now I belong to an order of druids, but you don't have to be part of an order to practice druidry. It is something that's part of our humanity. Finding yourself in the world around you, finding purpose and beauty all around you and within yourself. If you're I have a whole bunch of videos on druidry in my video section if you're interested. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. Druidry is a dead religion. Druidry is not a religion. It doesn't die. It's part of your humanity. Druidry is a spirituality. Now, in the history of humanity, there were the historical druids that were part of the Celtic tradition that were wiped out by the Romans, but they continued on in the form of the bard. And that continued on to our very day in Wales, the bardic tradition. You could be Christian and practice druidry. Certainly, you can be any religion. Is the Boulder Gate streaming on Twitch? No, it'll be streamed on here. It'll be streamed on YouTube later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I still need one more player that can role play. I still need one more. If you want to be a member of our community, there's a join button. If you like acting, you like role play, we're going to have a good time later on today. I still need one more player, damn it. The last notable Celt is Larry Bird. Oh, man. Yeah, he was a wonderful basketball player, right? That was from my childhood, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas. Those were all my child. The Detroit Pistons was my team because I was from Detroit, right? Yeah. Can you play? Certainly, Claire Bears. Join our community. It's going to be played through our Discord server. You'll see that join button there. Buy me a coffee. You can join our Discord server and we'll play together. I just need one more player. I got 2 players already, right? Dennis Rodman, yeah, he was a wonderful, wonderful player and entertainer during that. He went on to be very famous, right? He's a very interesting person. Detroit, hell yeah. Yeah, that's my hometown, my friend. Yeah, I live in Florida now, but Detroit was where I grew up. Christ never said to stone children. What the hell does that have to do with the Detroit Pistons? I mean, these conversations that Christians bring on here are ridiculous. Talking about basketball. Here comes Jesus down the court, right? Ridiculous. May I harvest upon your spiritual entities tonight for $20? Yeah. What's the difference between a druid of Talon and a druid of what? A druid of the claw? What do you identify as? I have no idea. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Druidry is just earth-based spirituality. Now, is that some type of religious order or something? I'm a member of Obud, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. I mean, they have a very unique way of doing it, right? Oh no, knock jokes. When you are in Judgment Day, you don't have your... See, you can't prove any of that shit. You're just trying to bring your fear tactics here. You cannot prove there's going to be a Judgment Day. You cannot prove that there's a God who's pissed off at you. I mean, how terrible you go your whole life thinking your God is going to destroy you. I mean, that's a terrible way of living. Druid Call, Bear, Cast, Rejuvenate. Oh, you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, I wouldn't know. Let's see. What does the rabbit on your staff symbolize? My rabbits? It's not a staff, it's a walking stick. I am old, I'm disabled, and this helps me to get around the world. Don't forget, my friends, right there's a like button. When I slip down into the 30s, I'm going to call it a day. So as long as we keep that over 40, I will be here. If not, I will sit down here and take a break, and I'll talk to my friends on Discord after the show here. If you're in the voice chat, I will certainly say hello to you and wish you a Merry Solstice. Yep. Why a bunny on your stick? I'd expect an owl. Well, the rabbits are beings of intuition. That is my spirit guide. In Welsh, it is called Cwynion. That is what my spirit animal, that is my druid name that I would take for myself. Cwynion. There you are. You can shift at any age. What do you mean by that? Time is not linear. Only from our perspective, right? Our understanding of time is limited by our perception, right? We know that it is not in a line, right? We know that from our science, right? Let's see here. What kind of... Jesus didn't say anything bad about druidry. No. Moon Queen Ariana, thank you for trying to help this young man. Yes, please help me, Moon Queen. Oh, be a part of my sacred ritual lovemaking tonight under the lighting of the moon. Yeah. Let's see. God has wasted so much time, so many lives in his name. Yeah. It's terrible how people treat divinity, right? They use it as an excuse to be evil to others, right? It's really very unfortunate. Ariana is a dude, damn it. Ariana's a dude. That's an interesting name for a gentleman, Ariana. Can I time travel? No, I can't. The judgment is everything. Yeah, you're making all of that up. You cannot prove there's going to be a judgment. You have to make it all up. In order to get people to be a part of your religion, you create these ideas that scare people, right? You take advantage of people's worst fears, right, in order to get them to join your religion. People become druids because it's enjoyable, right? Going out, there's no need to scare the shit out of you. Go out into the wilderness or the rabbit will get you, right? You people are pathetic. So you have to use fear tactics in order to get people to participate in your spirituality. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's 8:14 where you are. I think that's where I'm. Is it 8 where I am as well? I'm in the East Coast here. I haven't looked at the clock here. What I start about 6:30, about 8:30. Yeah, something like that, right? Christ consciousness is real, but we are to become like Jesus, not worship it. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sentiment, right? The idea of we all participate in this reality, this consciousness. That makes sense, right? You are gay and you are wrong about Jesus. So you're using homosexuality as an insult, right? You're saying you are gay. You don't know nothing about. Why would I want to be interested in your religion now when you're trying to insult me, right? And what would be wrong with being gay to begin with, right? Does your God care what I do with my penis, right? He's always looking at your penis. What are you doing with your penis, right? I don't want a God who's interested in my ding-a-ling, right? And what I do with it. I mean, if I put it up on the table, if I drag it behind me, I mean, who cares, right? Daniel's wailing here. Uh, yeah, they're using homosexuality as an insult. That's what they do, these people. I have no problem with being gay. No, none at all. I'm homosexual all month for Pride Month, right? Let's see here. He is a messing around. Yeah, they are gay for Jesus. Yeah. Why? Why did the druid go to therapy? Too many inner beasts. There we go. We got the wonderful stand-up comedy here. Yeah. We have who's our comedian in our group? We have someone who does stand-up comedy in our Discord server. I forgot who it was. Let's see, he took the cook and cook what? Oh my goodness, yes. Spiritual entertainment, my friends, 7 days a week. Don't forget to touch that wonderful likey button up here. I do this every day. I do it for a living. I come out in the wilderness once a week to talk about druidry with you, to talk about the world you live in, talk about spirituality with you. Your name is Chris Rockwell. Welcome, Chris. Glad to have you here. King John, black and blood related to every U.S. president? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Yeah, gay on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, during normal months. But for Pride Month, I'm gay 24 hours, 7 days a week. Yeah. Um, Mrs. Doubtfire, that's an old movie. Your thoughts on a deviled Nicholas? Are we talking about Lord Nicholas, the new deity of YouTube? Yeah. Hail Lord Nicholas. Yeah. Tell you about elm, ash, and oak. What do you want to know? They're trees, right? My ancestors had different experiences with trees. And I'm not an expert on trees. These are laurel oaks here. Yeah, the one tree is no different than the next in terms of what it offers to you. We have a symbiotic relationship with the world around us, and a very unique one with the tree, right? Now, my ancestors looked at oaks as wisdom, and usually they only had like one kind of oak tree. Where I am, there's like 10 different types of oak trees just walking around here. The laurel oaks are, what you see all around here in the swamp that I live. Um, let's see. You are bisexual. You have fun with both. Oh, why not, right? Keep your options open, right? All the positive feelings you've ever experienced have been given by God. So when I'm gooning, that's your God's doing that. Is that what you're saying? I suspect you were a tree in your past life, an oak tree. I don't. Now, people have different ways of interpreting reincarnation. I don't believe that we reincarnate from various forms. I think as a humanity, we continue to progress in the same mode that we've always been in. We have a different experience than the tree. That's just my personal interpretation of that. Where are we at? Your penis is harder than that? Well, good for you. I'm glad that you're able to keep it rock hard for us here, um, for your spiritual entertainment leisure. We are evolving, but backwards. You think we're going backwards? You think we are going back to the primordial. Now, I see that evolution is going to an omega point, a climax of experience, a climax of revelation. I'm a Discord wizard. No, I'm a Timo wizard. Timo. There's a big difference, damn it. Only hard for me. Well, thank you. Well, go up and touch the like button with your wiener there. Thank you. Spiritual entertainment, my friends, 7 days a week. And we have come to the conclusion. I need to sit down now. I need to sit down here and prepare for my Discord session here. Now, I do this every day, my friends. 7 days a week, I am here. For your entertainment leisure, I am here 7 days a week. Um, and later on today, we're going to be doing our wonderful gameplay videos together. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 for your entertainment leisure. That will be later on today. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back doing the voice of the bard, um, sharing the finest in spirituality and comedy. Now, consider, my friends, consider being a part of our Discord server. All it takes is the price of a cup of coffee. We have a wonderful community. We've been going on for a year now. We keep growing, and we have people of like mind, like experience, all in one place from different backgrounds, all under the banner of spiritual entertainment. So think about becoming a member of that. You can never leave the chat again, Walnut. Oh my, oh my. Let's see, yeah, like and subscribe. We have a wonderful community here. It's pretty great and wholesome Discord. You dig it very much. Every now and then we got someone that misbehaves, but we have a wonderful moderators that do bring us back on track, right? I'm terrible at moderation, so I'm glad we have a lot of people that do the difficult work of moderating on there. Without them, I mean, it'd be wilds, right? On here and everything. Join you as you reclaim your sovereignty. The archons are no longer in power. I think the archons are very much in power still. As long as you're feeding them, they will remain in power. How do they get fed? They are fed off your fear, off your hatred. They live all of this energy that comes from mostly our religion and politics, keeps the archons going, keeps them around. You always enjoy coming to this chat? Well, wonderful. Yeah, we have wonderful community members. We have wonderful experience. And if I see you on Discord after here, I will certainly say hello to you. It's been a pleasure, my friends. I will return to you tomorrow. And later on today for our game, and tomorrow for the Voice of the Bar. Take care, my friends.